Hey everybody, welcome back inside Pwamps' place. I just got done talking to Dennis. He told me my table should be ready this time in just a couple of minutes. Hopefully it's ready in a few minutes. Now, here's what we've got. We got a big day today on the Pwamps Entertainment Show. It's a big one. We got some huge news. We've got some major movie trailers coming out, and as you can see behind me, we've got some great movie posters behind right here. We've got Wicked for Good coming soon and now playing. We've got Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Two huge movies, but let's start with the entertainment news. Now, the Stranger Things Season 5, it's obviously the last season of Stranger Things. They just had their premiere. David Harbour and Millie Bobby Brown, I told you I'd keep you posted on this. Well, they were all hugs and giggles at the premiere. They acted like nothing has happened with this David Harbour bullying scandal. And a lot of media reports now are coming out saying that this could have been a big publicity stunt and little hoax. Now, if you all remember the little thing we had a couple years ago with Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney, where Sydney Sweeney was engaged to her fiance, Glenn Powell had a really serious girlfriend with Anyone But You, where kind of the news outlets and the paparazzi kind of pushed that they thought there was a little bit of an affair going on. Now this is kind of similar, but not in the affair fashion. We've gotten all this info that people think this was a big hoax and a big publicity stunt. If it's me, hey, Stranger Things is already one of the most popular shows ever made. I don't think this was needed. I'm going to tell you that right now. They looked happy. They looked fine on the red carpet, and I hope all the best for David and Millie, and I can't wait to see Season 5 of Stranger Things. Now, in the movie world, we had a couple of big movie trailers drop this week. It's been kind of crazy. We had Super Mario Galaxy drop, where we've got a bunch of characters back. Obviously, we've got Chris Pratt is back as Mario, Jack Black back as Bowser, Anya Taylor-Joy back as Princess Peach, Brie Larson joining the cast as Rosalina. There's a ton of new things coming to the world of Super Mario and from the people at Illumination Studios. Also, we go from Illumination, we go to Pixar. Toy Story 5 is back, and we've known the main storyline for a while. It is the toys competing against a new tablet that Bonnie gets. So they're trying to bring in the new world of AI, tablets. They are taking kids away from playing with their toys, and now they're playing with electronics, which, hey, I'll tell you right now, I see that all the time during the day in real life, but I am really interested in seeing how Pixar makes this happen on screen. So those are 2 out of the 3, but we had another big trailer drop. The Devil Wears Prada 2. Obviously, Meryl Streep is back, Anne Hathaway is back, Emily Blunt is back, and Stanley Tucci are all back for part 2 of The Devil Wears Prada. Now, all those movies drop next year. It's going to be a great year for film. Now, what do we have coming up on the Pwamps Show today? What movies are we talking about? Well, now playing, we've got Now You See Me, Now You Don't. We also have The Running Man with Glenn Powell. We talked about Glenn Powell. He's got another big action flick coming right now. Next week, we've got Wicked for Good, one of the most anticipated movies of the last couple years. It's going to be a big one. And then, hey, we're going to take a quick stroll down memory lane and talk about our retro movie this week, Akeelah and the Bee. Oh, Dennis just told me the table's ready. It is ready. Let's go check it out.
1, 2, 3, let's go. Hey, are you ready? It's time for the Pwamps Show. Hey, are you ready? It's time for the Pwamps Show. Hey, Pwamps. Hey, Pwamps. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Pwamps.
Hey everybody, welcome inside Pwamps' place, and guess what? We are back at our table. I'm ready for some dinner, but also I'm ready to talk about what is now playing in a theater near you. Now, before I get into what is now playing in a theater near you, I want to talk about something that I just did a couple of nights ago that I really enjoyed. I'm going to tell you all a quick story, but it was something that's very neat. As you all know, I've said it countless times on this show, one of my favorite things in life is going to a movie theater and watching a movie on the big screen, in the way that it was meant to be seen. Now, I know it can be home. It can be fun being at home, sitting on the couch and just watching a movie in your pajamas and lounging. I want to go to a theater. I want to see movies on the biggest screen possible. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. A couple nights ago, I had the privilege of seeing a movie that I was not alive when this movie came out. I saw West Side Story, the original West Side Story that came out December 23rd, 1961. Obviously, with Natalie Wood, we've got the story of the Sharks, the Jets, Tony, Maria, Griff, all these great cast members. This great story between the Sharks and the Jets and the Romeo and Juliet kind of tale of Tony and Maria. Now, first of all, the movie is an absolute classic. If you've not seen West Side Story, you need to go see it. It really, really is a great spectacle to see. It's a classic and one you need to see. The cast is phenomenal. The characters are unbelievable. And every music scene, every scene that has that great little harmony, has that great little rhythm, the dances, they are expertly choreographed. West Side Story is an absolute classic. Now, the story I want to tell you is I was there a couple nights ago in my local theater. It was about probably 80% full. And I was the youngest person there, probably by, let's say, 40 years. I cannot tell you how neat it was to hear all of these people in this theater talking about seeing West Side Story when it came to a theater near them, when it came out at that time in 1961 when they first saw it. Some of the stories you were hearing just about how much they loved it, they were addicted, they went back multiple times. For me, I sit here and I'm like, you know what? That's me talking about the Avengers. That's me talking about all these classic movies now with superheroes, with Indiana Jones, with Pixar sequels that we're all sitting there going, you know what? I have to go back and see this movie. We don't even have midnight showings really anymore. We got the 7 o'clock early screenings. We're not even having to wait till midnight. They were having to wait till midnight to see West Side Story. And it was a classic. I loved hearing all the stories from these people of what their experience was like for the first time viewing West Side Story. My favorite piece of West Side Story, by the way, I have to tell you, it is the quintet. It's where we see the Sharks, the Jets, Anita, Tony, Maria, all singing about what is happening tonight. Now, what do we have going on for you today at the Pwamps Show? Let's talk about what's now playing. We have Now You See Me, Now You Don't. It comes out November 14th, which is tomorrow, which is Friday. It's going to be a big one. A lot of the same cast is back for The Horsemen. We've got Jesse Eisenberg returning to this movie. We've got Morgan Freeman back. We've got Isla Fisher. We've got Woody Harrelson. We've got Dave Franco. All of the essentials are back. But guess what? We've got some new faces. We've got a lot of great new faces. Obviously, Rosamund Pike, she is here as the big bad. She is the villain in this movie. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. It's a magician heist movie. If you like heist movies, if you like magic, maybe you like little David Copperfield, maybe you like going to Vegas, seeing some magicians, maybe you've seen The Incredible Burt Wonderstone. If you like magic tricks, this is a great movie for you to go see. Now, it is the third in a trilogy. Are we going to get more? Hey, I don't know, but we're going to find out soon. Another movie that's coming out now on Friday, we got a little box office competition. It is The Running Man. Now, we had an original Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger that came out quite a while ago. This is kind of a little, remake, a little bit different style. Obviously, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he was a prisoner that got out and then was in this competition and had a chance to get out of prison and win some money. Now we're here and we've got Glenn Powell, who really isn't a fighter. He's stepping into this big atmosphere. You've got a great cast with Michael Cera in there. You've got Josh Brolin in this movie as well. The Running Man. It's going to be tight to see which one wins the box office, but those are what we have now playing in theaters. Those are the two movies this weekend that are really, really going to be selling some tickets, and two I believe you should be checking out. Now You See Me, Now You Don't, and The Running Man. They are now playing in a theater near you. Let's turn to what's coming soon to a theater near you. All right, everybody. It's time for what's coming soon to a theater near you. And guess what? I have a question for you. Are you ready to be changed? You will be changed. That is the slogan for Wicked for Good. November 21st, that is the day that Wicked for Good, Wicked Part 2, hits theaters. Now, a year ago, Wicked came out and nobody knew what would happen. What in the world, the frenzy that the world of Wicked would send the regular world into. People are flocking. People are freaking out, ready to see Wicked for Good. Cynthia Erivo is back as Elphaba. Ariana Grande is back as Glinda. Now, folks, I can tell you, I've never seen Wicked on Broadway. Obviously, it's a smash hit, okay? It's been around forever. People love Wicked. Obviously, Kristen Chenoweth played Glinda on Broadway. Idina Menzel played Elphaba on Broadway. Now, they are back, apparently, as well in Wicked for Good. They were in the original Wicked. We're ready to see them again. It's time for part 2, though. It is time for part 2. How about Michelle Yeoh back as Madame Morrible, Peter Dinklage back as Professor Dilliman. Then you've got Jeff Goldblum back as the Wizard. Oh yeah, don't forget Jonathan Bailey, who, by the way, folks, won People's Sexiest Man Alive. He's back as Fiyero. This is going to be a nice little movie. When I first saw Wicked Part 1, I went in knowing nothing. I went in knowing nothing about this. I knew it was tied to The Wizard of Oz, but I didn't know what I was going to be seeing. My socks were blown off. Cynthia Erivo just sucks you in to this movie in part 1. I cannot wait to see the rest of Elphaba's story in Wicked for Good. I can't wait to see the dynamic and how their friendship continues to grow between Glinda and Elphaba. Last time we checked, obviously Elphaba was flying off, leaving the Emerald City. We don't know where she went. Glinda stayed behind with Madame Morrible and the Wizard. In the last trailers that we've seen, Glinda is now a public figure. She's working for the Wizard. Meanwhile, Elphaba is in hiding. Fiyero, he's conflicted. Obviously, we saw that he has definitely some feelings for Elphaba, but maybe some feelings for Glinda as well. We got a little love triangle going on there. We don't quite know what's going to happen. But I can tell you this, folks. We are in for some major twists and turns in Wicked for Good. We've got some great new music as well in Wicked for Good. Obviously, the song from the title, For Good, is the song that a lot of people are looking forward to. Defying Gravity was the major hit in the first Wicked. I tell you what, though, I loved The Wizard and I. When I heard Cynthia belt it out, I mean, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was like, holy crud. And you're telling me that they did this all live while actually filming and moving around. That is mind-blowing, folks. If you didn't know that, that is unbelievable. That's a reason to go see Wicked in its own right. But we've got great songs. Ariana Grande has a new original, The Girl in the Bubble. And then we have Cynthia Erivo with a new song as well, There's No Place Like Home. So this is going to be great. I'm really excited. Wicked for Good, November 21st. I can't wait to see it. I'm ready. Are you ready? Because it seems like we've had so much anticipation about Wicked for Good, and it's finally here, folks. We are a week away. Fasten your seatbelts. It's time to get on the broom. Let's fly. All right, everybody. Are you ready? Let's do it. We're talking about Akeelah and the Bee, which was our retro movie to watch this week. Now, Akeelah and the Bee came out April 28th, 2006, and it has a really well-known cast of a young Keke Palmer in one of her first projects. How about Angela Bassett, as well as Lawrence Fishburne. And I can tell you, the first time I saw Akeelah and the Bee, I mean, Keke Palmer blew my socks off. I really was very impressed with her acting ability in this movie. The way she just brought this character of Akeelah to life, it was unbelievable. Now, this movie starts out in a really small town. Akeelah's struggling with her grades. She has lost her dad. Her dad passed away tragically. So now it's just her mom, and her brother. She's not doing that great in school, but she gets an opportunity with spelling. Now, her principal, Mr. Welsh, pulls her into the office and says, hey, these grades are not good, Akeelah, but we're going to give you an opportunity to go down into the gym right now. We're having a spelling bee, and we want to see what you can do with this spelling bee. So Akeelah goes down. She kills the spelling bee, but we have somebody in attendance that wants to see what Akeelah can do. Now, that is Dr. Joshua Larrabee, played by Lawrence Fishburne. He ends up getting up and starting to quiz Akeelah after she's won this spelling bee. He gives her multiple words. He then arrives at the word pulchritude. Akeelah does not get the word right, and it kind of disappoints Dr. Larrabee and Mr. Welsh, and Akeelah storms out after a couple of girls tease her. Now, this leads us to our next couple of big defining moments. Akeelah wants to pursue spelling. She meets a couple of people. They tell her she needs to get a teacher, and that Mr. Welsh then also gives her the advice to work with Mr. Larrabee. So Lawrence Fishburne, Akeelah goes to his house, and she has this little technique where when she spells words, she pats her hip. Okay, so H-I-P. She pats her hip. Hey, I can pat my head and spell H-I-P. Ow. I'm kidding. That didn't hurt. Anyway, H-I-P, hip. So now she's at Mr. Larrabee's house, and immediately she kind of has an attitude that he's not liking. He wants to be treated with respect, and there's at one point where it gets a little fiery. Gets a little fiery, folks, a little steamy, where Akeelah kind of does a little snarky remark, and Lawrence Fishburne replies with, "You can leave now." And she goes, "What?" And he goes, "I don't have time for insolent little girls." And she replies, "I'm not insolent." This kind of starts the little bond. They come back tomorrow. Akeelah starts spelling. We get to our next B. And I tell you, some things happen. We've had some spelling go down. Now, Akeelah is at the B. She's up on stage. She's now met Javier. And what a great character Javier is. She's been shooting hoops with him, learning how to spell these words. And now it's go time. We're on stage. Akeelah nailing words left and right. She's getting words right. She misses a word. This is not good. Akeelah takes a seat. We think it's over. We have a boy named Chucky. He comes up to the stage. Chucky, boom. He spells the word right. But wait a minute. Akeelah's sister spots that the boy's mom was helping him spell the word correctly. Uh-oh. So now Akeelah gets a chance to spell that word correctly and move on. Akeelah then spells the word correctly. She gets saved by the bell, but Akeelah prevails. She moves on to the next B. We then have a big-time party at Dylan Chu's house. Now, Dylan, this is his third year and his last year to be eligible for the Scripps National Spelling Bee. The last 2 years, he has finished as the runner-up in the National Bee. He's got a very strict dad. His dad says, He goes, "You are not losing." He goes, "This is the year. You lose to that girl, you're going to be second place your whole life. No way, no way." That is the quote that Dylan's dad has for him. Dylan is on a strict schedule. He's got to get these words right. We have a Scrabble contest. Akeelah nearly beats Dylan, and Dylan's dad lets him have it. He kind of gets into him and says, "Dylan, you cannot lose to this girl. You've got to win this bee. This is your last time. You've got to do this." We then get to the big regional bee. Now, things are going down. This is right before the Scripps National Spelling Bee. And we've got Javier. We've got some other contestants. We've got Akeelah. They are now having a great time in the hotel room the night before the regional bee. There's a great line from Javier where Akeelah says, "Don't you think we should go invite Dylan, maybe offer him a soda?" Javier goes, "That turd juggler, leave him." Javier steals this movie. And I know his acting is more comedic. I know there's a lot more drama from Keke Palmer and Lawrence Fishburne and Angela Bassett. But I tell you what, Javier is a scene stealer. He is excellent. We continue. Obviously, things are happening now. At the end of this B, in comes Angela Bassett, Akeelah's mom. It's getting sketchy now, folks. She pulls Akeelah off the stage. She did not know that Akeelah was spelling, doing all of these B's. She threatens to pull Akeelah out of the B. Meanwhile, though, Mr. Welsh, Dr. Larrabee, they come and say, "Ma'am, I really think your daughter has the potential to go all the way." Angela Bassett lets Akeelah back in this B. She gives her mom a big hug. She goes back in. Meanwhile, Javier has been stalling this entire time. He's asked her about 10 definitions, the language of origin, you name it, Javier has asked for it. He sees Akeelah enter the gymnasium. He then, in 2 seconds, spells the word and goes, ooh, and gets it right. We move on. Akeelah comes back in. Guess what? Akeelah, she's going to the Scripps National Spelling Bee. We get to the Scripps National Spelling Bee. Dr. Larrabee has said he can't spell with Akeelah anymore. We don't really know why. Akeelah now turns to the people in her neighborhood, her friends, her family. They help her, they train her, they get her ready for the Scripps National Spelling Bee. There's some emotion here. We end up finding out that Dr. Larrabee couldn't do it because he lost a daughter of a very serious illness, and that daughter reminded him very, very closely and looked a lot like Akeelah. So that struck a chord with him. So he had to pull out. He felt he was getting too close to Akeelah. But he's at the Scripps National Spelling Bee. Everybody is. Brother, sister, mom, Javier's parents are there. Dylan's parents are there. We see Dylan's parents numerous times. And guess what? We go back and forth to the Scripps National Spelling Bee. These kids are answering a ton of words. Javier bows out. He comes close, bows out. We get to the final few. It's between Dylan and Akeelah now. We take a timeout again. We see Dylan getting berated by his dad. His dad is saying, you have to win this. Akeelah notices this. She actually spots this. We get to a big moment in the movie, folks, where Akeelah's on stage and she throws a word. Dylan misspells a word. Akeelah responds by missing that word. Dylan is shocked. They both sit there. Dylan comes over and says, why in the world did you just do that? You knew that word. Why'd you just throw that word? And Akeelah says, I can come back next year and win. This is your last year. Your dad wants you to win. He says, who cares? My dad never's won a thing in his life. Dylan then says a great line where he says, hey, if you don't want it, if you don't do it, then I don't want it. Big moment. Next thing you know, Akeelah and Dylan go toe-to-toe. They're having fun with this. They are mowing through these championship words. And we get one of my favorite lines of this movie from one of the commentators of the Scripps National Spelling Bee. He sits there and he goes, now, these two spellers they're going through these championship words like it's breakfast cereal. And hey, I'm a big cereal connoisseur, folks. I love cereal. So that line always resonated with me. It turns out we get to the last couple words. Akeelah and Dylan go to toe-to-toe. Dylan, he finishes the spelling bee. He's a Scripps National Spelling Bee champion. Now, Akeelah, still in the contest. She gets a chance to spell. And if she gets her word right, she will be co-champions with Dylan. Well, lo and behold, the final word for Akeelah to spell, once again, she's had to spell it in the first spelling bee the entire movie. It's pulchritude. This time we see each one of Akeelah's family members and people that have played a part in getting Akeelah to this moment spell the letters of pulchritude. Akeelah wins the Scripps National Spelling Bee. She's co-champions with Dylan. Dylan's dad celebrates with Dylan. Akeelah celebrates with her family. Then we have a great little moment of Dylan's dad bringing Akeelah the trophy. And we fade out on Angela Bassett, Keke Palmer, and Lawrence Fishburne all holding the trophy. Everybody, that's Akeelah and the Bee. This is a great little drama, a great heartfelt movie. It'll hit you. I tell you, there are moments where you're going to want the tissues. I'm not afraid to admit that. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to start crying right now, obviously, clearly. But it is a fun movie. It's got a little bit of everything. You've got comedy in there, whether it's Javier, whether it's Dylan. You've got drama. You've got a little bit of suspense. You don't know what's going to happen. Is Akeelah going to be at the bee? Is she not going to be at the bee? Is her mom going to hold her out? I don't know. This was a fun one to watch. Let's get to the retro wheel and find out what we're watching this week, folks.
Hey, are you ready? It's time for the Pwamps Show.
All right, everybody, it is time to talk about our retro wheel. And now, remember, last week we watched Akeelah and the Bee. That was a 2000s movie. I also wanted to say one other thing real quickly about West Side Story. Rita Moreno, who plays Anita in that movie, she is one of the only actresses to have ever won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. That is pretty darn impressive. She's outstanding in West Side Story. but that is an incredible feat. Rita Marino, I applaud you. That's unbelievable. Now, let's get to our retro wheel. Let's do it. Here we go. Boom, there it is. That's a pretty good spin. Not better than last week's, but it's a spin that I will take. Oh boy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Folks, we can't do the 2000s 2 times in a row. Not in my house, as Dikembe Mutombo would say. Let's spin this again, okay? We're not doing the 2000s again. Let's go. That was a better spin. That was equivalent to last week's. Oh my. Animated. Whoa. Woo! Hello. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We talked about Monster House a few weeks ago. We're going to go with animated. Let's take a look. Okay, Dennis sat me the envelopes right here on my booth. Golden Age, 80s. All right. Boom. There you see it, folks. Animated. Animated. That's what we're doing. All righty. We're going to watch a classic. This is one of my favorite animated movies of all time. A lot of you have already probably seen this movie, but I think it's fitting with the news that already came out this week about the new trailer. We're going to be watching Toy Story 1. Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Annie Potts, Don Rickles. What a cast of characters we have in Toy Story 1. That is what we are going to watch this week. Obviously, you got the story of Woody, Buzz, Andy, Bo Peep, Slinky, Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head. I know she only appears in part 2. She's not in part 1. So I'm saying she's in part 2. You got the Green Army Men. You've got some excellent appearances by great other characters like Andy's mom. How about Lenny the Binoculars? This is a fun movie. Pizza Planet, The Evil Emperor Zurg. I am ready to watch Toy Story 1 once again. We're doing that this week. By the way, another quick thing I want to let everybody know. In December, Season 4 of Sullivan's Crossing comes out. That is the show that we are going to be watching first. I'm going to go back, watch all of Seasons 1 through 3, but I want us to be all caught up on Season 4 when it comes out because we're going to be doing some episode reviews. We're going to be talking about it, getting it involved here on the channel. This is a great show. Obviously, Chad Michael Murray. I can't wait to see it. I've heard so many good things about it. I'm ready to look at it. Folks, I hope you enjoyed the Pwamps Entertainment Show this week. It's been a fun one. I hope you're ready to watch Toy Story. If you like what you saw, why don't you go ahead and click subscribe? Why don't you leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought about West Side Story when you first saw it. Why don't you let me know if you're excited about Wicked for Good? Are you seeing Now You See Me, Now You Don't? Or are you seeing The Running Man this weekend? What do you think? Was the whole David Harbour, Millie Bobby Brown thing a big hoax? Let me know. Folks, I will keep you updated this week with some shorts. But until then, have a good one, and I will talk to you soon.